Okay, one thing I actually did forget to mention that happened over this past weekend that the more I think about it was not only something I really probably should have said, but something that I'm probably the most proud of was, well, I should actually start by saying Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so, as, well, you guys know that, you know, all four of my grandparents are still alive. Knock on wood. Knocking on wood right there. And I usually go to church on, you know, Saturday evening. I swear I'm not being preachy or anything. I'm just telling the story. So, and this past Saturday when I ran the 10K, you know, I got this medal right here. For getting second place in my age group, right? I told myself if there was one thing that I absolutely had to do, it was to show it to my grandmother. See, my grandmother, she's going to be turning 85 in August. And she doesn't really, I mean, you know, she can do some things, but for the most part, you know, she can't do stuff like drive or whatever. So usually on Saturday evenings, I'm the one who usually picks her up and, you know, takes her to church, which, you know, I'm happy to do it. I love my grandmother, so the fact that I get to, you know, spend time with my grandmother at all is to say it's a treat is nothing short of an understatement. So I showed the medal to my grandmother, and I mean, she said she's always been proud of me, but of course she said she was proud of me about this. So yeah, honestly, if there was ever like a cherry on top of the perfect sundae or the icing on an already delicious cake, I would say it'd be that moment right there from this past weekend. But that's just me. The interesting fact about my grandmother, and get ready to laugh if you're a Giants fan. My grandmother thinks I look like Eli Manning. Now, whether or not you want to believe it, whether or not I want to believe it, you know, that's up to you. Personally, while I don't really see it necessarily, I do love my grandma, so yeah, I'm good with that. Besides, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings, so they can't all be bad, right? With that, oh, I should probably explain. It's my grandmother on my father's side. I want to explain that before. I mean, I was implying. I mean, nothing wrong or nothing bad happened to any of my grandparents, really. I just thought I should tell a nice, you know, happy story for a Happy Tuesday. See, it worked right. Why don't you just wait till then to say Happy Tuesday? Oh, next time. So it turns out that there have been like tons of different videos about me being part, about the, well, not me being part, but, you know, the world record for the world's largest shamrock formed by a group of people that I attended. No kidding, I actually found a video where you can see me. I forget at what point, and I'm going to put, I'll put a link in the description, you know, wherever it's, wherever you guys are watching it, but, and I'll let you know when exactly you can see me, but in terms of where in the video, I mean, I didn't really see the entirety of the thing, just because, you know, I was kind of in a hurry to get this video moving along. You can see me in the bottom right-hand corner. I'll actually be, I'm doing this, but with both of my arms. Obviously, I can't do it right now because I'm using one arm to, you know, hold up my my camera phone. So, yeah, this was what can I say, man? Just, and you know what? This is actually all right before spring. Remember, tomorrow is the first day of spring. This is literally the final day of winter. The vernal equinox, I believe that's what it's called, starts tomorrow. and you know we're in spring, so that's awesome. Of course, for me it means, you know, free readers of Time and Ice, which I am super excited for. You know, nothing ever is wrong with readers. You know, so it's a great way to celebrate the first day of spring. So last night I stayed up a little later than normal, obviously because I'm watching the rest of the blinds for The Voice. And you know, this is the last. This is the final night. No kidding though. It took until, because I know The Voice has been around for close to a decade, if not more so. And I had no idea how many singers each coach wanted on their team. It took until last night for me to know that they needed 12. So basically last night was each, you know, coach filling out their team. I didn't stay up for the entirety of the thing though, because I swear they showed a lot more, you know, no chair turns than they probably should have for a night like this. Oh well. Although the coolest thing that I thought was there was this one girl with long blonde hair who now holds the distinction of being the youngest individual to have ever auditioned for The Voice at age like 13. So yeah. And she sang a song by, was that the Billie Eilish song? No, that was that one girl from New York. Yeah, it was a yeah, I thought it was really cool. And that one girl from, again, New York City, she did that one Billie Eilish song, which, again, I had no idea who Billie Eilish was until she was on Hot Ones a couple weeks ago. Which, interesting fact, Billie Eilish is another person who holds the distinction of being the youngest at something, and that was the youngest guest to have ever been on Hot Ones. So, I guess it comes full circle? I don't know. So, that was awesome. I didn't stay for the entirety of the show. I went to bed like close to 9:30. This is after like there was like one more like no chair turn for like that one girl who considered herself like a modern day hippie, which she was pretty good. I actually kind of sad nobody turned for her. But so if any of you guys are paying attention, I saw Blake fill out his team. So yeah, of course he finished with the country singer. And now I didn't see I'll probably see the rest at some point later, and maybe I'll do something, you know, talking about, you know, each team. But yeah, that was the last episode involving the blind auditions. I have to say though, this is actually I mean, I don't know if I'll actually, again, I've always found like the blind auditions for The Voice to be the most interesting part of The Voice, because, you know, the battles are only there to, if anything, is sort of pad the show out longer in a way where, honestly, if you're one of the artists who gets eliminated, you'd feel really bad. And I feel bad for any artist that doesn't get an opportunity to move forward. That's not cool. I mean, that's just me. I mean, if I had an opportunity, again, if I ever had an opportunity to be on The Voice, of course I'd do it. I mean, those who know me for long enough know that, you know, I can't sing. But, again, one of my biggest weaknesses is I really am stiff when it comes on stage. I will openly admit, like, in terms of acting, singing, and dancing, one of my biggest weaknesses is that, you know, I am a little on the stiff side. Not to the point where I'm like frozen on stage and like a deer in the headlights. Not that bad. But someone who's really keen and spotting something like that could instantly tell that about me right away. Which, again, I have been working on. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I ultimately wanted to do these videos. You know, because You know, even though technically I'm not doing this in front of a crowd or doing this in front of, say, you know, a group of people, you know, it is going on the internet. More than likely somebody's going to be watching this. And, you know, of course, you know, well before I started making these videos, I told myself, okay, if I'm going to do this, I got to be really careful what I say. Because, you know, if you do something that may seem cool now, embarrasses you later, it's likely going to be on the internet forever. So, I mean, I feel like I've been doing a good job of being careful about that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if there was ever a problem, somebody would have approached me already. And the fact that I've been doing this for 443 days should give you an idea as the fact that, okay, if nothing bad's happened yet, I don't think it's going to happen, at least not now. I mean, it's totally possible. I'm not naive enough to believe that everything is going to be perfect forever. I'm probably going to have some sort of bad luck at some point. And honestly, if I do, I'm going to hate it, but then I'll probably be glad for it. Just because, you know, it's one of those, like, it'd be a humbling experience for me. Not like humbling in a way like if I did ever feel like too confident, you know, sort of bring me back down. In fact, truth be told, when I figured out what my time was for the, you know, 10K I ran on Saturday, I tried doing the math, and it turns out I don't think I'd be able to qualify for the Boston Marathon. But it is what it is. I mean, it's definitely better than what I wanted to do. Or what I thought. Because I thought I'd get, like, over 45 minutes. I got, like, 43:54. Oh, maybe someone out there can do the math. If, yeah, 43 minutes and 54 seconds was the longest I did to do a 10K. And a marathon is essentially 4 10Ks and 1 2K. And some change. Yeah, I actually once looked it up. I think it's like 42,157 meters. So, yay, math. So, there's that. I mean, I'm certainly glad I did it, though. I think, like, the soreness had, like, a delayed reaction, because for the most part on Sunday, I felt pretty good. I mean, I was able to stand out in the cold in the form of a giant shamrock for over an hour. You know, I think I'd be okay, right? But literally, like, yesterday and today, like, I think the soreness finally, like, you know, got to me. Like, because I was feeling it, like, when I first got out of bed, and, like, I haven't been able to do my runs as fast as I normally have been able to do it, just because, again, it's just been so, like, because I'm trying to sort of, like, bring my back into the swing of things. Although I will say, though, I really think it's, if nothing else, you know, looking pretty decent for, you know, beach season coming up. Can't wait for that. I mean, beach season's a little over, you know, 2 months away, and, you know, I've really been sort of gung-ho about staying healthy for a while, so we'll see. Well, although there is something I am going to be doing in a little over a week from now that give you a sneak peek as to what's to come, but that, save that for another day. Yep. I totally just, like, lost everybody at the end right there. I'm sorry. I better stop before I do something I regret that does get onto the internet. So, like, favorite, share, and hit the subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. As always, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I'm very hopeful that we all have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care, and make good choices!